Hello everyone and welcome back. I am Duke Silver and today we are playing a rare Sir Galahad game. Now I haven't played Sir Galahad in literally months, so I only actually decided to play it because of someone in chat during one of my Twitch streams suggesting it. So shout out to Nick E here on YouTube for the suggestion. But yeah, so yeah, let's get into it here. So yeah, we start off with a Cindy, which is obviously fantastic. Any treasure hero loves to see Cindy nice and early. And yeah, we get to triple a chicken nice and early here. And since we're on 2.2 still, the Skips puzzle rune looks very, very good to me. The fact that we're gonna be greeting pairs for extra stats on our board feels like skipping stone is gonna be good for us then. We managed to actually win the fight, even with one character down, so that's fantastic. The extra stats from Galahad actually putting in work there. Galahad used to be one of the best heroes in the game before they nerfed his hero power from +2/+1 to +1/+1. So I was a little sad because I really liked playing Galahad. Although that was back in the days when the Dwarven Forge and dwarves were pretty good, and like when you could like stack up doublies and whatnot with Dwarven Forge and Galahad, then things could get out of control pretty fast. I don't think it's necessarily the same on Royals, unfortunately. Especially since the Royals that benefit from stats are generally a little bit higher cost. And they just don't reach as far into the game as dwarves do. Yeah, we win another combat with only 3 characters, which is kind of wild. But yeah, I went down a character there because getting the Roamroot stats onto the Shadow Assassin I think is worth it and very good. On 3.1, I'm not a big fan of Vampire in general, but we do have this Shadow Assassin, so I feel like it's kind of a decent pickup. The rest of the shop isn't great either. We're gonna pick up this Sleeping Princess. Unfortunately, it's not gonna have any power, but it's gonna kind of act like a wall for our Shadow Assassin, hopefully. And then we're gonna sell this chicken. We're gonna pick up the 5/5 and cast this spell so that we're getting our treasure next turn. And at the last second, we managed to lock a second Vampire into the shop there. Unfortunately, Vampire hits the one thing it can't slay. And we take a big chunk of damage there against Beauty. Alright, so we got our pair of Vampires. They don't have any extra stats on them, so they're a bit unexciting, but they are a triple. And then I think we're going to get to triple our Cindy here, so we're going to put some stats onto them at least. And I mean, even though we don't have we don't have a great chance to slay with the Vampires on 3.2, I think we're against a person who disconnected early, so if they played anything, then maybe we'll be able to attack and slay something, but unfortunately they get to go first, and they only played one character before disconnecting. We're going to pick up a Feasty here. Again, it doesn't have a ton of stats. We took the Genie's Wish there, which maybe was a mistake, but I did want to cast a spell, and I think we're going to buy this Chupacabra as well. Chupacabra is going to take the stats from Galahad pretty well, and as well as it's going to possibly enable more slays onto our by putting attack onto our Feasting Dragon. And yeah, we get a 50/50 there, and then we get a really fortunate attack with both our Vampire and our Feasting Dragon, and get 3 slays out of that turn. So we're actually getting some value out of our bounty board, even with our small board. Consider buying experience here, but I don't think our board's strong enough for us to justify that. I think we really need to hit some triples or find more pairs. All right, we hit the Vampire triple, so that's very good. Means only one more treasure. Also, we pick up a Bad Moon, so if we can keep slaying, then we can really do something here. And yeah, we only need one more treasure to get our skipping stone to go. The Wormroot onto the Chupacabra seems like a very good play. It's going to put a lot of stats on the board, but we've got a pair of Riverwish Mermaids in the shop here. Like, I don't think we're likely to get a lot of slays, but if we can just get a couple, then potentially we can get enough gold with this bounty board to help us start popping off. And also it adds extra slay abilities onto our characters, so if we do get slays, then we get a bunch of that bad moon value as well. All right, and we get some really fortunate attacks there. So we get 3 slays. So we get a bunch of bad moon and bounty board value. So we get 16 gold to work with this turn. And this is kind of like this is where slay really excels. It's like a snowball effect. Like, but if you can't hit your slays, then slay becomes very bad. But if you can and you can start snowballing, then it can get out of control. We're gonna take a Ride of the Valkyries here, put some extra attack, hopefully increase our chances to slay. We moved our Lightning Dragon over so it's double supported. We want to get as much bad moon value as we can out of it, and it's pretty likely to slay if they don't have a soul attack. So we are kind of banking on that, and yeah, those are pretty good turn as well. We get a bunch of value onto a bunch of stats onto our characters. There's a Lancelot. I think we're gonna take it here. Yeah, we don't really have a way to put stats on it if it doesn't get slays for itself, but I mean, it's another treasure. It's another avenue for a treasure. It's also like a shot at Horn of Olympus, which is something we definitely want. We're gonna put some attack onto it. So if we can just get a slay or 2 with it, then the bad moon stats should be able to bring it up closer to getting the treasure, and then we can just cast a spell on it and hopefully get the level 5 treasure out of it. There's a couple more pairs, but I don't really want to pick up any more pairs. Like we've got 3 pairs on board right now, and we can't sell out of our big characters. Unfortunately, we don't get the Chupa Slay there. We don't get a Lance Slay. But we do get a Vampire Slay, so it's not nothing, but it's not quite enough. So we're gonna lose this fight, unfortunately. We're down to 16, which is not especially healthy. All right, again, we're just we're able to roll down a bit because we have the bounty board gold. But we need to find something, and the Chupacabra hasn't been hitting, or didn't hit the Slay last turn, so we're out of that. We're just gonna pick up a Nian. That's another pair for us, basically, and also a shot at Horn. All right, we get to triple our Feasting Dragon, so that's fantastic. As well as we get to take the Sky Castle. The other 2 treasures are just not all that great, and yeah, allowing us to just get an additional treasure immediately is fantastic, especially since we are Galahad, and we just get out of the Sky Castle. We're not going to be picking up royals or anything here, so. But yeah, but getting a double Anthem that turn is very good. And now the Lance actually has some attack on it, so 17 might actually get to slay. Lance survives the attack from the Angry, and we get a slay with it. We get another slay with the dragon, and we get the Vampire Slay, so we get a ton of slays all around there. Really excellent combat for us. Now we have 18 gold to work with this turn. Lance is only 2 attack away, and we pick up an Empress P like real early here. We're ahead on experience now, so getting to level 6 early and finding Empress P while we're playing Slay is fantastic. We really want Horn though, and also we definitely need to find a Baba Yaga as soon as we can. But yeah, I think like we've got the pieces are starting to fall into place for our Slay comp here. There's a Baba Yaga. So we're gonna jam Empress P there on the supported by the Baba Yaga and the River Wish Mermaid, as well as the extra 3 attack from Baba is gonna allow our Lancelot to get the treasure. So hopefully we'll get a Horn out of that, and we're gonna lock this Knighthood. Because we have all this bounty board gold and we've been getting slays, and we continue to get slays, and we get the slay with the Empress P with only 15 attack as well, which is fantastic. But yeah, since we have all those extra gold from the bounty board, we have 22 right now. Like, I'm really fine just casting or spending 12 gold and upgrading our Empress P right now. And since we did hit Horn, I just kind of glossed over that, but yeah, we hit Horn, which is fantastic, which means we can put our Empress P up front, and it's gonna get all the Slay support bonuses. Considering the Medusa here, just in case we end up in a Yorm Slay, But for now, I think like we were ahead of the lobby, so I think we're gonna try and scale this Empress P and hope that that's good enough right for now. Like I don't need to hang on to these pairs anymore, but right now I'm thinking about just locking this this knighthood, and I think I'm going to. We're gonna sell out of the feasting dragon because I don't think it's gonna play on board. It's just not quite big enough anymore, and then we're just gonna cycle something out of the shop and buy a chicken and bank that gold for next turn, and we can optimize our sleigh positioning there in the back. All right, and even with the first good boy going off before our Empress P gets to go, we get the second sleigh, which is enormous. Putting a ton of stats onto our backline once it dies, and we win that combat. And again, we have 26 gold, so I'm just gonna spend 12 and upgrade our Baba Yaga. That's a very, very large shoulder fairies. 5691 is so many stats. We would have to keep the Vampire on board, but I think people are probably going to be buying soul tax now, especially if we fought them before, like, and they've seen our dragons scaling. So I think getting out a lightning dragon now is probably the wisest move. All right, we get a triple, so we're essentially just like spending 1 gold to get an anthem effect here, a blessing of Athena. There is an Echo Wood, which we might be able to sell for. Which would be pretty good here, but unfortunately, I don't think it's quite what we want right now. We would need the Empress P to die before it got into combat. Also, this is a very large tree board. Fortunately, we do still get our sleigh. There was a 1 in 4 shot that our Empress P did not slay. We got our Lancelot sleigh as well, and our backline is now so big that it can just clean up almost whatever opponents are doing. And yeah, we just keep getting increasing amounts of gold. So we had roughly 40 gold to start this turn. So we can buy literally anything we want, and yeah, we just need to power through these shops and find what we want. I think we want to find Yorms. I don't think I'm going to take Baba Yaga. I'm pretty sure having extra River Wish mermaids is actually more slay. It's more scaling than picking up Baba Yagas and having 1 River Wish. Also, it creates some redundancy for us. We would like to find a soul tack. We are rolling kind of fast here. There's another knighthood, but I don't think we're going to knighthood the River Wish because we want to triple it, and there's the triple because we want to get Evil Eye still, and we find Evil Eye. And I think we're going to get out of the Bad Moon. Although in hindsight, our board is like relatively complete now, so like maybe getting out of Bad Moon was not the right play. Like having the extra gold is nice. Unfortunately, our best character gets Pigamorphed, our Empress P, and our backline gets hit by Medusa, or by Cupid, but fortunately survives. But yeah, our pig gets a sleigh, stays alive, and takes all those sleigh stats, and with the double mermaid and Evil Eye horn combination, the amount of stats that we're getting, even just on this random pig, is kind of wild. And yeah, we end up with just way too many stats. Even with the double Pigamorph, we crushed that opponent. You can see I threw some one of my sub emotes in chat there. The Appa eaten, just munching on some hay because I feel like it's fitting for the comp we're doing. We're just munching on people's boards. And yeah, we have a ton of gold, so I'm just trying to burn through it. Yeah, we're not taking Yorms. Like, we don't necessarily need to, but like, I mean, we could. We're just gonna take another Empress P here. We're gonna fire off a Pigamorph. Just like finding board space for the Yorms is an issue because like if we don't get the sleighs immediately, then Yorm just doesn't really do anything. The second Empress P I think is good because even if it just gets attacked into, like, we're still gonna get stats onto our backline. And yeah, we're just gonna have to sit through this animation because we have so many sleigh triggers. And yeah, Empress P does like it says it gets double the support bonuses, which means it gets extra instances of Slay from the River Wish Mermaids, which is why there's so many animations here. But it counts for bounty board activations and for bad moon activations, which is why Empress P is so good in Slay comps. All right, now we have 181 gold, so there's no way we're gonna spend it all, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try and buy some stuff. Someone in chat suggesting that we dream into Trophy Hunter and get Mimic for our last turn. I think we skipped a Mimic, which again, like we probably didn't need the bounty board. Like it's kind of just win more at this point. Like a Mimic would have gone a long way to making our Evil Eye even better, and we would have had to sit through even more Slay animations though. But all right, we end the turn with it looked like 120 gold. They do get the Pigomorph onto one of our River Wish Mermaids. We get our Slay. But yeah, we've got so many stats on these Empress Ps that I think even with just 2 supports, we're gonna be able to overwhelm them here. Also, the size of those shoulder fairies is kind of ridiculous. I think it had something like or has 734 health. Not bad. But yeah, so that was a wild Slay game on a hero that I rarely ever play. So yeah, that was a fun one for sure. Yeah, let me know if you enjoyed this, or you found it interesting or educational or entertaining in any combination. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Really helps the channel out, and I really appreciate it. And we are slowly making our way to 500 subscribers. And once we're there, I will reiterate that we will be doing a giveaway for 2 700 gem codes, and you can use those gems to buy skins or I think most players probably don't need to spend gems on heroes, but you can spend gems on heroes. But yeah, but being able to buy like skins and fun things like that with the gems is it's a nice little bonus. But yeah, I think that's everything for today. Again, follow me on Twitch if you want to catch these games live. You can there's like channel point redemptions that you can use to select my hero or things like that, or if you subscribe over on Twitch, you get access to my sub emotes. I've only got a few now, but I really like the ones that we have. But yeah, my Twitch will be in the description and in the pinned comment. And with all that being said, I hope you have a good day, night, morning, whatever time of day it is you decide to watch this, and I'll see you tomorrow.